Hey everybody, welcome to my usual me. Welcome back to Outlaws of the Old West. Okay, guys, well, about not quite a week ago, we had patch 1.2.6, and I was doing another playthrough. I wasn't able to get to it, but here we are. We are here now. I'm going to cover this because there's some issues here, there's some challenges here that need to be overcome by the developers. And let me go ahead and show you the patch notes right quick, and we'll just get right into it. All right, guys. So they wiped all the servers. They said the traveling merchants and summer camp contest extended. I'm not going to mess with the summer camp contest because I'm just not going to do it. That was their thing. I will link this down below so you guys can check all this out. But my main focus today is going to be on these traveling merchants. Okay. Last video that I did, the snake oil salesman, I said I'm not going to search the entire map for the snake oil salesman because I'm on a single player game and it is super difficult to cover the entire map. It would have taken me hours upon hours to find him. Okay, same goes for these brand new merchants, but because they added 3 more this time, they added a camp cook, which he sells coffee beans, coffee grinder, cup of joe, cooking utensils, frying pan, and chicken coo. Where chicken, I think they meant chicken soup. I think that's a typo. And then they added Trader Chester in here. He has a mix of items. And then they added the prospector, wandering merchant who sells higher tier pickaxe, which I hear is amazing, and mine deeds. Now, what they did, guys, is they took the mines out of the mailbox. Somebody asked me in the comment section a few days ago, they're like, do they still have mines in the mailbox? I was like, I think so, but they don't. So I was wrong, and because I hadn't read the patch notes. But now that I have, I went, oh, okay, well, you can't buy something that a beginning player needs to make money at the mailbox, but you can buy everything else. That makes no sense to me. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe it's easy to find the prospector. Maybe it's not a big deal. There's a bunch of other stuff. They did some wagon fixes. They did some train fixes. They lowered the health of the miners in the mines by 20%, which is amazing if you already have a mine. But if you don't have a mine, if we're finding that it's more difficult than we thought. This golden 2-handed pickaxe is super good, I hear. I don't have one because I couldn't find the prospector. But anyway, like I said, I'll go ahead and link that down below for you guys so you can check it out. But like I do, guys, I went ahead and I went into Discord and I looked at the comments of everyone, and everybody's, they all share pretty well about, where things are and where to find, things and how things are working in the patch and whatnot. And so as a community as a whole, the outlaw community is really, really good. And so I went and I was looking up where are these traveling merchants, and there were a couple of people that said, okay, well, they said, I went out for 2.5 hours, mind you. 2.5 hours, and I could not find not one of the merchants. Not one. And I even used the locations that the other players said that they'd found them. So we have a couple of spots here. I'm going to tell you where they said they were. They said that there's one and let me move forward so that I can get that horse information out of there. So they said that the prospector is found at 10.16. I scoured this grid, left and came back, left and came back. One person said 10.16 is where the prospector is. I couldn't find him. There's somebody said it's around the edge of the lake. I went around, couldn't find him. Somebody said that where they're bandits, they found merchants. I went every time, and I killed a ton of bandits in that 2.5 hours, and I did not find not one merchant, not one. All right, and some other person said that at 11.14, where I used to live, or in the beginning of my playlist. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and put the playlist in the top right-hand side here. You guys can go ahead and click on that if you want. I've covered most of the game, almost all the game, I think. And so if you want to check that out, my playlist is right there. Anyway, so they said that the prospector is at the eastern. He spawns in at the eastern side of this creek at 11.14, and then he walks up the hill eastward. Now I went and I checked it out, and he said if you come in from afar, you'll see him. Well, I came in from afar, from different directions, didn't see him. Went all the way. I scoured this whole area, didn't see the prospector. Then I even logged out, logged back in, thinking that because everything refreshes when you log out and log back in, right? Or at least it used to. I don't know if it still does. They may have changed that. And he didn't spawn in. He wasn't there. So then I went and I was like, all right, well, let me go west. And I went right in here in this area, killing bandits along the way. And I went and all the way down the river thinking, well, maybe it makes sense that maybe they might have them down in this river somewhere. Went all the way down into 14.16, the western side of it. And then I went over to this lake here and checked out this lake at 14.15. He's not there. He's not there. There, I mean, I would say I mean, none of the, I went throughout everywhere that I could think of, and nowhere in this lighted area was there a traveling merchant. Now, is there more of the map that I haven't gone into since my last wipe? Yeah, there is. Am I going to go searching for 6 hours for a merchant? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no reason for it. And for the developers to put, and developers, I know you're watching my video, for you guys to put in, to take away something that a beginning player needs to make money in this game, it's not smart, in my opinion. And if I needed a mine shaft, and if I had a full-time job, and I wasn't, I mean, this is my full-time job, right? Covering games is my full-time job. So for me to, but if I had a full-time job and I only had a couple of hours a day to play your game, then you've just wasted my entire day. And you're going to make me not want to play your game because I don't have access to how I can make money so I can play more of your game. And to give you an idea of why I think what I think, 4 months ago, I put a poll up on my YouTube channel in the community tab. You can go to my community tab and you can check out this poll. Just scroll down until 4 months ago, where I thanked everybody for watching my Outlaws content. And I asked them, I said, I'm curious, how many of you play the game in single player? And so out of 320 votes, 53% of the people who voted, said that they play Outlaws in single player. They don't play it on multiplayer. They don't play it on official. They play it in a single player setting. So they only have access to themselves and what they are able to find. So for you to put a wandering trader in that is required for you to get your mine shafts, and that's the only place you can get your mine shafts for over half of your player base, you're causing undue hardship on your players. And I think that's unnecessary. And I think it's a bad decision, in my opinion. I would appreciate one of three things happening in the next patch. Either release the spawn codes for us so we could spawn in the traders, because that would be the best option, because that way I can showcase them. That's a selfish thing. 2, give us guaranteed spawn points where they're going to start so we can spiral out and search from there. That's less than optimal, but at least we'll have an idea of where they start. Or 3, go back to the way it was and give us more options and allow us to buy our mine shafts from the mailbox again and have those prospectors sell them as well. Now, keep that pickaxe. Let that prospector keep that pickaxe. We don't need that golden pickaxe. If you want the better tiered item, then go hunt him down or stumble across him during your gameplay. That's fine. But most of us as single players do not have the time to search between 2 and 6 hours over this gigantic map for the random spawn prospector that allows us to make money through mining gold and silver. We just don't have the time. I actually do this for a living, so for me, it's my job, but I don't have the time. Okay? I have other things to do as well. So for you to do that, it's busy work that is unnecessary, and you're killing your player base by doing it. Anyway, now that I'm done talking to the developers, guys, I apologize that there's not more meat on this update. There's not anything for me to showcase because I'm not able to find anything. Like I said, I looked for 2.5 hours for even one of these traveling merchants. Could not find even one. So I apologize for the lack of meat, but this is what it is. This is an opinion piece, and I hope that the developers listen. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. There's a lot of comments in my comment section where people are saying, that the game is dead because of the developers' choices and the things that they haven't fixed. They're only going to fix what they can fix, guys. They're only going to fix what they want to fix. And they say that they're listening to us, so let's hope that they listen to this. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do that right now. As I always say, I am my usual me, you be your usual you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I truly appreciate you, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.